Good morning, gang. Special treat time again. We've got Todd Sullivan, my good friend and brilliant researcher, joining us today from Value Plays. And let's find out what he has to talk about. I know what I have to talk about. I've been trying to decide what color Bentleys to get since he put us into GGP, which was up 70% yesterday. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, boy, I'm doing really well. But you know, I made a huge strategic mistake. I told my wife about GGP.
But now she's going to run out to the mall and help prop it up for you?
Yeah, there goes my secret weekend beach house.
There you go.
What do you say, my friend? What do you have for us? What's the news today?
Oh, GGP had a huge rally yesterday, and I think what it's due to is, recently Simon Property Group and Kimco Properties were able to raise cash with equity offerings. And I think the market's realizing that some of the big REITs probably aren't going to go completely under. And if they're not going to go completely under, there's some real value there long term. And they're seeing, what you saw in GGP yesterday was the anticipation of some kind of news. Now, we last time we spoke, we said that they had paid their employees a month in advance.
Yes.
And the thinking was that something's going to happen very soon. And it makes sense that within this month, something's going to come out, whether it be a Chapter 11 filing, which isn't the end of the world, despite what a lot of people think, or just an out-of-court restructuring of the debt. And, Bill Ackman owns 25% of GGP, and Bill Ackman was buying between $1.80 and $3 a share.
Wow.
So, people are emailing me asking, is the $1 at that now too much? Is it overpriced? Is there any room to run?
And you're picking up at a half-price discount from what Bill Ackman bought.
Yeah, and he bought it at that price, is saying there's tremendous upside to this. Now, some of that upside when he bought may have come down a little bit because of the property falling in the economy and stuff like that. But you still have tremendous upside there. Tremendous upside.
Fantastic, because that's right. As I think a lot of people think, oh boy, maybe the party's over, but that's not been your feeling whatsoever. You think there's still quite a bit, and now you're saying that Ackman, if you got in now, you're getting in at about half price of what Bill Ackman did. Exactly. And he just did an interview last week where he said, this is one of the most interesting opportunities he's had in his investing career. And that's a lot, really. This is why you're a rock star, my friend. Todd is a brilliant friend of mine, and this is the level of insight that I always grow and count on him for. Thank you so much for taking time this morning to share with us, Todd. Now, let me ask you another question. You had a post about Best Buy.
Yeah. Best Buy is interesting. Best Buy, according to the logic out there, was supposed to be the main beneficiary of the Circuit City closings.
Yes.
And they were supposed to be getting all the traffic, and they're supposed to be the one who benefited the most. But if you look at Hitwise and you follow the web traffic since the Circuit City closing, Best Buy's web traffic has fallen dramatically, 25, almost 30%. Amazon had a brief dip, but they've stayed consistent. Walmart has stayed consistent. Target has stayed consistent. The big winner appears to be Sears Holdings.
Wow. Now, we webcast Staples a week or so ago, and their CEO was talking about that Circuit City had done $4 billion a year in business in the same products that Staples sells. So he was looking to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, so, I don't think Best Buy, for whatever reason, Best Buy may have their customers, and again, it's only web hits. It doesn't translate into sales. We don't know who's converting what or who's not converting what.
Right.
But if you just look at the raw numbers, there hasn't been this flood of Circuit City shoppers to Best Buy. It appears they're going other places or checking out the competition first. Now, Sears Holdings did roll out a brand new website, which is a 100% improvement off the old one, and that may have a lot to do with it too, in that they're capturing more searches because of the improved search functionality of their website.
Yeah.
The Kmart and the Sears tie together. So, and the latest numbers just came out for last week, and right now Sears and Best Buy are tied, and that hasn't happened in a long, long time. So
that's staggering, Todd. I would never have guessed that.
Something's going on with Best Buy and their web. People aren't going there. I mean, to have
it's not a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, to have your web traffic drop 30% in a month when your largest competitor went out of business,
it's really dramatic. Now, because I'll tell you, I use Amazon. Now, I have to tell you, and I like Amazon. They make it easy, and they have good customer service. But 2 of my last 3 orders from them were wrong and messed up by UPS, where UPS came to a high-rise building with doormen and 20 people on the floor and said, oh, no one was here to sign for the package. And that's just their scummy way of saying that they didn't deliver it.
Yeah, Sears is having a lot of success with their site to store, and Walmart has some success over the holidays too, where you order it online and then you go pick it up and someone brings it out to your car for you.
Yeah, that's nice, right?
Yeah, that broaches that gap. And if I need it today, I can order it online, go pick it up. Don't have to pay for shipping. Don't have to pay to have it overnighted, and that's something that that kind of differentiates them.
Well, Todd, you know what? I'm really thinking about, as soon as we end the show, running down and seeing how it opens today. But I'm thinking about shorting Best Buy. And I also, because I just don't think people have enough money to keep going out and buying the big ticket items that are the higher margin items for them.
Yeah, I don't see, we have earnings coming out first quarter, and it's going to be the old kitchen sink quarter where everything in the world gets thrown into it. The earnings are terrible. And the only thing that really matters now is what the companies say going forward. And with the jump we had in unemployment last month, I think anyone who's really optimistic about the second half of this year, especially Q2, I think they might be dreaming.
So do I, my friend. So do I. Now, I'm also thinking about, and I haven't traded this one yet, is RTH, which is the retail ETF holder. And I'm thinking about going short that this morning, just as like a general play.
Well, the whole thing, the whole sector's had a huge run the last 6 weeks, and I don't see where it's warranted. I just don't get it. I know market.
I don't either, because I think you just can't see these unbelievable unemployment numbers, right? And the government are fudging these figures anyhow.
Yeah.
And I don't like. I was in line at an airport this weekend, and there was a young kid in front of me who's maybe in his late 20s, right? And the guy asked him, do you want to have a single? It was at Wendy's. And the kid said, well, yeah, I want cheese on it. And the guy says there's an extra charge. And he had to think about whether or not he was going to pay the extra 20 cents for cheese for a minute.
People are pinching back. The government did all their estimates on 8.5% unemployment for this year, 8.6 I think it was. We're already there. And it's only April. And we know it's going to get worse. So
it's going to feed on itself, isn't it, Todd?
You could very well, see 9-10% this year, which is what they are predicting the worst for next year. And if that happens, all bets are off. And retail has had an amazing run, and it's not warranted. It's not justified by the fundamentals of the economy right now. And I said last week when we talked, I wouldn't be a buyer. I still wouldn't be a buyer of stocks, like your Best Buy and stuff. Now, if you have a special situation like a GGP or a RHI that's trading at 20% of the book value, that's a different situation because price always finds value eventually.
Yeah, now let me just take one moment here. I am bowing to you for your RHIE. Thank you very much.
And that's another one. You're still at about 50% of book value. So you still for the stock to trade at what you could sell the assets for, you got 50% more in the stock from its current price. And, like I said before, value and price always match. Now, it may take a while, and it may overshoot, which is, I think, what retail has done now, or it may undershoot, like RHI has done. But you buy low and it undershoots, and it matches up, and your downside is very low. Your downside your risk is minimized versus buying retail right now, hoping unemployment gets better and the economy gets better. And if you're wrong, you take a 10-20% haircut on your investment.
Yeah, guys, I've got to tell you, Todd is my friend, and he is one of the most insightful, brilliant people that I've had the pleasure to meet from StockTwits. And I just think you should really pay close attention to this, and don't forget to visit his website every day to see his latest thoughts. I know I do, and it's the first thing I do. Todd, I have to ask you, though, you are a vampire. That is correct, right? Because I saw you posting articles last night at 1 in the morning and then again this morning at 5.
Yeah, 3 kids under 6 doesn't provide for a lot of late sleeping mornings. So.
Hey, God bless you, my friend. I really appreciate you joining us, and you're a wonderful person. Guys, Todd is one of the people I respect the most in the world, and thank you so much for taking time this morning, Todd.
Thanks, Doug. Go Red Sox.
That son of a gun. That they could beat Boys to Men in arm wrestling, that wasn't good enough.
Well, I love it that the Red Sox don't even have to play a game to get ahead of the Yankees.
I knew that was coming. Boy, I should have wrapped up 90 seconds earlier. Now, listen to me, audience. You come back and ignore the Red Sox stuff because he's got that as a condition. But come back to WSMCO.com, and I'll have a link through to Todd's site. You should follow Todd on Twitter, and you can come back, follow me. I have a couple other people I'll recommend to you as well. And see our trades when we make them in real time, free on StockTwits at StockTwits.com. And this has just been a wonderful, wonderful thing. Todd, thank you so much, and have a great day, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, pal.